Are you ready to save but you want to save fast? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can save $1,000 fast. Stay tuned. Hey, Frank Thomas here from Wealth Generation Strategies, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can save $1,000 fast. We want to save $1,000 as quickly as physically possible. Eventually, I am going to be doing some videos coming up here in the next week or so, getting you up to $100,000, but you got to start somewhere, and $1,000 is a good first goal. How do we save $1,000 fast? Today I'm going to be talking about a few strategies that I've used that I found have really helped me out. Let's get started. First off, make sure that you are firm with your goals. Set aside a secondary account that you can save this money. It's just not sitting in your normal check-ins account. It's not sitting in a place that can get swallowed up on you. What we're thinking about here is the money we're saving, we're not going to spend. And we're not going to spend that money for a very long time. We want to eventually invest that money, as well as allow that money in the investment and the compounding and all those things, those wonderful things when it comes to saving, to pay us one day in the future. That's what we're shooting for here. So make a goal to save $1,000 and make sure you set up a secondary account. I would actually recommend that if you're just early in the whole idea of saving and you haven't really become a diligent saver yet, put it a little further away. Make it a little harder. What I did when I started was I set up a bank account with a separate bank, and it was electronically connected. I could transfer funds from my normal bank where I was sitting over to the other bank. Now, why wouldn't I set up another account right in the same bank? It's too close. It's too easy, it's too close, and if you haven't built those skills to make you a diligent saver, you're going to struggle. You're going to have a moment of weakness and you're going to pull money out. I promise you that, because I've done it. Okay, so we've set up our account somewhere else. It could be with another bank. I live in Canada and I have a lot of my accounts with Simply Financial. I actually set up an account with a bank called EQ Bank, which is an online bank, fully certified by the Canadian government, and that's where I started saving my money. And I found it was just far enough away that I can do an e-transfer from one to the other, and the money sat there. And it was a little harder to take out that money. Second thing, with this, we have to learn how to become intelligent spenders. Becoming an intelligent saver is great, but we got to become a smart and savvy spender. Starting immediately, even if you can't save $1 right now, what you need to do is you need to take the time and to evaluate everything you buy. Just don't go into the store and pull money out or pull the credit card out or pull out the Visa. One thing I found that really helped me in the beginning is I would take out our money that was our indiscretionate fund. So things like going out and having fun, buying stuff, pizza, whatever, movies, and I had it in cash. And what I would do is I'd take it out for the whole pay period, how much money I'd allotted for that indiscretionate spending, and that's what I would use for spending. I found the reason why it made such a difference is when we use plastic, it doesn't feel like money, and it's really easy to spend. You don't realize how much you got left, you don't realize how much you've spent, and you can easily exceed the limits of your current bank account level using this method. But if you, let's say, decided that every pay period I got $250 that can go to pizza, to whatever. Now what happens is when you actually pull your wallet out or you open up your purse and you start taking that money out, it's real. And you feel it and you look at it and you go, yeah, if you're earning only, let's say, $25 an hour, I'm about to spend $50. I worked over 2 hours for this. Is what I'm about to buy worth 2 hours of my life? Because it's gone. Once you spend it, it's gone. You'll start looking at your expenses differently. You'll start thinking a lot faster and a lot harder about spending money. So I would recommend that as the next step. So we built our account, we are ready to start saving, but we want to get going and start saving this $1,000. So let's get going. So we've done all these other steps, and we've also learned to become an intelligent spender or a smart spender. The next thing we want to do is we want to take an evaluation of what do we have that we don't use anymore? What do we have? Oh, I bought this gimbal for my camera. I'm not really using it anymore. Well, put it up on Kijiji, Craigslist, whatever your local rag is, Facebook Marketplace, and get it sold. Put it up and sell it. You take that money and put it right away into that separate account. You're not missing the item that you sold, and you're not missing the cash that you just got. It's not a windfall for today, it's a windfall for tomorrow. So put that money away. Just with that method alone, there's no reason why within 1 month you can save that $1,000 and it hasn't impacted your normal day-to-day money. Okay, next point. You actually want to start thinking about saving a line item in your budget. And it's important that you have a budget. Take the time and list a budget. I'm going to be doing a video here again shortly that actually demonstrates building a budget, and you'll see how I would recommend building a simple budget. But make it a line item on your budget. That way you will automatically be saving and paying yourself first. That's where that comes from, paying yourself first. Okay, out of the first money that comes into my account, some of it's going to be going to me and I'm getting paid. And I'm paying myself, my future self, for tomorrow. Okay, so we want to do that as well. Let's see here. The next way I would say to save extra money, and you want to save that $1,000 fast, is see if you can pick up a really quick gig, a quick job that you can do that's within your wheelhouse and your skill set, that you can just make some extra money. And every dollar you make from that, right into that separate account. Again, it's not impacting your budget. I'm trying to make this so this $1,000 you're saving up is not impacting your budget. I really believe that you take this to heart within a month or two, regardless of how old you are, you can save $1,000. Now, if you're a little bit older and you have a little bit of extra money, you might actually be able to plunk it right in. When I first started saving, I didn't have $1,000. It took me a little while, and I did all the things that I'm talking about right now to save that $1,000 because I wanted to open up an account with Questrade, and you needed a minimum of $1,000 to open up an account. And I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? I think I only had $500. I took the $500 I had allocated out of my budget, and I put it into it. And then I went around and I rooted around. Another place too is we've had cryptocurrencies around for a while. Have you got a crypto wallet you've forgotten about that's sitting there that you haven't touched in years? If you can get back into it, you might find money that is free money, and it might be your $1,000. Hey, get that money back to use. Sell the cryptocurrency and get the cash for it and put it into the account. That's another way to do it. Hey, are you enjoying this video? Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing a lot of great stuff. I'm a super busy guy right now, so I'm going to be putting out videos as much as I can, but I will always try to put out quality videos. Okay, so let's get into our bonus here. Now, I think this bonus is extremely powerful. I wanted to save a lot more than $1,000. So what I did was I started to reskill myself, that I could learn new technologies, that I could do these extra gigs like I was talking about earlier in the video. And I focused in on technologies that paid very high contract rates. And what I did was I kind of put the feelers out and said, hey, I'm looking at doing this. Does anybody have something that's coming up that I could work on that and put away the money for? I had somebody reach back to me and say, actually, there is something. And they told me what it was about, and it was a bit of a shift from even what I was doing. But I said, hey, I'll learn that if you're willing to contract me. And they were like, let's do it. So they did it. And it was an easy, well, I wouldn't say it was super easy, but it required work on my part, time on my part, a little bit of brain power on my part. But I was able to learn that technology, put a lot of money, actually put a fair bit, more than $1,000 into my bank account in a very short period of time with it. And it allowed me to really accelerate my saving. So that's one thing I recommend. Education above all else. You know, your body is only so strong, and you're only going to get paid so much for using your body and using your time, but using your brains, there is no ceiling. Make sure you stick to and give that a shot. Hey, if you're still with me, and I'm hoping that you are, I've got another great video for you here, and I'd love you to see it. called the 20% principle. I'm going to show you strategies that you can start putting into action today that'll show you how to make at least an extra 20% every single year of your working life. Nobody wants to work, but hey, if we got to trade our time for money, let's make it as expensive as possible for the person who's paying us. So watch that video, it's a good one. See you there, bye-bye.